is Dr. Susan Beice, and I'm a lifelong resident of Cherokee County and Canton, Georgia.
And I'm her sister Becky Buice, and I'm also a lifelong resident of Cherokee County and Canton. Cherokee County has always kept me here because that's where we're from, that's where our family is from. We're 8th generation with our generation. We're 8th generation with Cherokee County residents. And so I can't imagine being somewhere else. We have cousins here, we have family here, our niece and great niece are here. But it's the beauty of the place, it's the community that I can't see moving anywhere else.
I think we have roots, and when you put down roots, we talked about maybe moving somewhere to where there's water, or to the ocean, something like that. And we would grow there, but I don't think we'd thrive there. And I think our roots are here, and that's why we thrive here. I think there's so many moments that make me realize why I love living here. But most of them revolve around people. And the friends that we've made that have become family, those kinds of things. And this may be a really odd answer, but when our mother passed away and our father passed away and our brother passed away, the people who came out and supported us and who said, oh, your dad was my baseball coach when I was a little boy, or your mother taught me to do this, or all the golfers at the golf club when our brother passed away came and said, you don't have your brother anymore, but you have more brothers now who will take care of you. And I think that's what's so vital about Cherokee County, is that we're so connected with those people.
I think what sets Cherokee County apart from the other places that I've visited, since I haven't lived anywhere else really except Cherokee County, I think it's the setting. You know, as you drive around and you get to see a little bit of the foothills and the mountains. You get to see a little bit of the water. You still see the rolling hills. You still see the fields that have the corn. You still see the horses. You still see the cows. So it just has a little bit of everything. And everywhere you go, there's someone who's smiling or someone who's waving. And I like the feel and the heart that Cherokee County has.
We had this phrase, and we say Canton raised us, and Canton really did raise us. Our mother ran a little dress shop called Kilman's Shop, and it was down on the corner where Beloved is now. And so we would go to Canton Elementary when it was back where City Hall is now. We would walk home or walk down to the dress shop. We would roam the streets. We'd go across to Kessler's and look at all the, the toys over there. We'd go to Fambro's and buy popcorn, or was it Western Auto that had all the baby chicks, and we'd go look at baby chicks and we do that. But everybody knew us. And so I think that shaped us. It made us feel comfortable with who we are and where we live, and it let us know that we were in a good, safe place, and we never feared things. It was just, we were just raised by good people, not just our parents, and I think that's what shaped us so much.
I think, too, what shaped us was seeing that not everything was perfect, though.
That's true.
That we were raised in a time when things weren't pretty. It wasn't the Mayberry that we all wanted it to be. And I think that shaped us, too, to be better people.
It's not just the natural beauty, but it's anything. And so the things that stand out to us, I think, about Canton and about Cherokee County, our grandfather helped carve the eagles on the courthouse. And so when we go by there, we see that. And so that stands out as something that's beautiful and important to us. Our family donated the land for Harmon Field. Our mother was a Harmon. And the only stipulation was that you couldn't charge a child to play. They sold it for $1. And so, we go by and we see family there. So I think that, yes, there's the natural beauty that we talked about earlier, but there's that beauty of family that we still see too when we see those kinds of things.
I see Cherokee County evolving almost at a breakneck speed, which is a good and bad thing. We love Cherokee County, so we understand why everyone wants to come and live here. We understand why they want to be here and want to build here. So I see it evolving as a much more urban area. How I see myself helping the evolution, I hope that I can be a good steward for the county. I hope I can always help to showcase the best parts of Cherokee County, whether it be showing, that our home, showing, cooking for people, just showing hospitality in any way. But I think we all need to get out and vote. We all need to get out and go to the First Fridays, go to the events, go to the farmers markets. Be involved. Don't just say, oh, it's a great place to live. Go out and show me it's a great place to live by being involved.
I'm going to give an English teacher a response, if that's okay. There is a book called Things Fall Apart. It's written by Chinua, and it was one of the books that we always discussed in my AP Lit classes. And it starts with a poem by Yeats, and it's called The Second Coming. And in there it says that we're getting farther and farther away in this widening gyre, and the center cannot hold, the falcon cannot hear the falconer, and things fall apart. And it's all about how the Igbo tribe had this beautiful culture. They had laws, they had stories, they had everything they needed until the Europeans came in and they started changing things. And some of those things needed to be changed. They really did need to be changed, but they also changed so many things that they lost their culture. And I see Cherokee County changing. And while there are things that need to change, we don't want to lose that culture. So we have become very involved in History Cherokee. So we're trying to preserve that culture so that we don't get too far from our center and we don't lose focus of why people want to come to Canton and Cherokee County. Like Becky said, everybody wants to come here because they love it, but if you change it, it's not Cherokee County and Canton anymore. So I don't want us to repeat that history lesson of we're getting too far away from who we are. So that's why we think History Cherokee is important, and so we're working with the education programs there, trying to develop some programs. We volunteer there, and to let everybody know that times have not always been perfect, but this is who we are, and don't change us too much from there.
We need to remember everything, good and bad.
Yes.
And then focus on helping what's bad be better and what's good to be better also.
But don't get too far from the center.
Susan also saw on social media a post where City of Canton, wanted to have little free libraries in all the different parks. And so, as we'd mentioned, Harmon Field is from our family. And so Susan contacted and said, hey, we'll provide one if we can have it there. And so it's been really fun to go down and replace the books and put things in. But it was within just a few days that every park had little free libraries so that we all came together, in that way. We still love communities coming together with chicken suppers and car washes. But, I love that if you do ask, someone will always help. And I love that.
That goes back then to having family. And that's why we don't think we could live anywhere else, because family takes care of family. And that's what Cherokee County does.
It's family of blood and family in heart.
Yeah, it is.
And we say we have sister friends and brother friends because they are there, we've kind of adopted them.
Because our family's small, we have just our niece, her husband, and then our great niece, her daughter. And so we do have cousins here in the county, but we circle those wagons, and that circle is really small until you let in all those people who become friends and who become family, and then the circle gets bigger.
It's a beautiful quilt, a beautiful mosaic.
Yeah.
When you add us all together.
Yeah. I think the essence of this county is family. I think that's probably been the common thread that's run through everything I've said here today, because no matter what happens, there's someone here who cares about you, who will take care of you. We moved in this neighborhood, we found it. We talked about when there have been hardships, people have come together. So I think that family would be the word that I use to describe Cherokee County.
Absolutely. Besides family, I think the only other word I could think of, I keep thinking of my grandma's patchwork quilts and how that we're all so different. We all have our own little ways of doing things, but yet we're all pieced together, and that makes us one beautiful family.
That's it.